Hi there, my name is Trent, and welcome to my channel, where I will be talking about records and music in general. And this is my first video, so I'm just to kind of give you a little bit of a idea of what my channel is going to be about. The main things I want to focus on are going to be going through my record collection, especially in these first few videos. I'm going to go through a lot of my favorite things that I have that I've been collecting over time. Um, but then also new stuff that I buy because I do buy records. And for anyone else who's in this kind of game, also, you know how addicting it can be, and it's sort of a sickness, and it's awesome. So, and I like to share it with people and get people talking about it, and it's a lot of fun. So that too, and then also I'm gonna do some music reviews of old stuff and new stuff and favorite stuff and lists and things like that. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. That's all I have the idea for now. So, anyway, I'll go ahead and get started right off the bat. I'm gonna go through some of my old stuff that I have and some more modern stuff. None of it's really in order. The only thing that's in order is it is chronological by artist, and I kind of have the genres separated. I kind of have some of the older stuff in one section I'm going to go through first, and then some of the more modern stuff that I'm going to go through after. So I'm going to try not to make every video very long, at least under 10 minutes here at the beginning. These will be kind of lengthy just because there's a lot of stuff I want to go through and just get out there right at the beginning so I can start focusing on new stuff that's coming out recently and all the new stuff that I do buy. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, before I get started, actually, I want to give a shout out to Dan in Canada. I've been watching his videos for a little while now, and he actually is the one that inspired me to do this and start my own channel. His videos are really cool and really enjoyable. He has a very impressive collection. I think he has thousands of records, and I have nowhere near that many, but you know, maybe one day. But go check his shit out. It's awesome, and he has a lot of cool stuff to say, and he really knows his shit, so he's fun to watch. So anyway, check him out. But the reason I brought him up is because I know he's a huge fan of Neil Young, which I am too. He's one of my personal heroes musically, and he's just an awesome guy. So I'll go ahead and start with my Neil Young collection. And also, the stuff that I'm going to show you isn't everything that I have. It's just what I have with me. I'm at my mom's house right now, and I'm in the process of moving. So I don't have all of my shit, but I have a good chunk of it, and it's just what I have here with me. So I have most of my Neil Young, but not everything. I'd like to extend my collection, but I have a lot of his early stuff. So we'll go ahead and start with, of course, everybody knows This Is Nowhere, his second album. I don't have his first album on vinyl, and I do like it. It's not great. I really think that I mean, it is great because it's Neil Young, but I really think he started off with a bang on the second album. And of course, Crazy Horse is his backing band. And this is a really good copy of the album, and it gets a ton of play. I mean, I play this thing all the time. I mean, you'll see how much of a big Neil Young fan I am if you continue to watch my stuff. But there's that. Then, of course, After the Gold Rush, another classic. I love the way Neil Young's albums were packaged. He always had really cool pictures in the fold out there. And you see he's got his D28 Martin, his Fender Jazz bass. Looks like another Martin there, and his Gretsch White Falcon. And he's just laid out on the couch, probably working on a tune or something. But really cool album art that he always had. And of course the Ash jean shot in the back. And another classic album. You just can't go wrong with Neil Young. Up next, the first Neil Young album I ever heard was Harvest. My dad had a copy a long time ago, and this one's in really good shape. I found it, and you can find, I think I've probably bought 10 different copies of this album and tried to find the best one, because you find this album everywhere. It's very common. I think it's still his highest selling album, I believe. But such a good album. You know, it's a lot different than Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere and Tonight's the Night. It's a little more mellow, and except for Alabama, I love the way that kicks in and just kind of rocking out. But yeah, nonetheless, a great album. Up next, we have On the Beach, another classic, if you haven't heard it. Really cool shit. I love this album. Vampire Blues, Revolution Blues, Ambulance Blues, all those tunes. It's a really good copy, too. It's got a little frayed around the edges, but it's in really good shape. I try to take care of my stuff, so. One thing I love about this is on the inside of the album sleeve. It's got these weird, like, flower, yellow and green, white flower things. It's kind of 60s. Just reminds me of, like, my grandma's house or, like, my grandma's couch or something. But, yeah. Definitely a classic album. Gets a lot of play in my house. As is all my Neil Young does. Now, moving on. Probably my favorite Neil Young album. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't really pick one favorite, but I probably listen to this more than any other one. And that, of course, is Tonight's the Night. I love the process that they did recording this album. It's really raw and rockin' and real ruckus. And I think I watched the American Masters Don't Be Denied documentary about Neil. And they were talking about how when they recorded this, pretty much everything they did in one take. And just kind of like, you know, however it sounded is how it was, you know. It's kind of the finished product. And I love that. I think that's such a cool approach to recording music. I wish more people would do that now instead of overproducing and just really polishing up everything. So, also, I love this picture of Neil Young in here. For those of you that are Wilco fans, he looks just like Jeff Tweedy in this picture. Kind of interesting. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's Tonight's the Night. Another classic. Up next is American Stars and Bars. Here. This was in good shape. My dog got a hold of it, as you can see. There he is right there. Marley. There he is. He's sleeping. But anyway, yeah, American Stars and Bars. Another great album. Like a Hurricane, Old Country Waltz. You know, I wouldn't say that it's as much of a classic as some of his other stuff earlier than this, and some of the stuff to come after this, but it's still great nonetheless. Really cool album art too. I love the back. I've always loved that. All right, so that's all my Neil Young. So I guess I'll go ahead and start up next here with my Stones records. Try to do this a little faster here. Sorry. All right. I don't have a ton of Stones stuff with me here, but I have a really, really good copy of Aftermath, and it's the original mono release, and it's in pristine shape. It's damn near perfect, and the vinyl's in really good shape too. And I love this album. I love the old Stone stuff. Of course, Brian Jones right there. But yeah, it's a great album. Can't go wrong. Also, oh yeah, I don't really collect a lot of 45s, but I do have the original Can't Get No Satisfaction 45. Found that on eBay, so that was a cool find. Of course, the original cover, Beggar's Banquet, just the cursive cover on white. The other one is the bathroom scene that you're more accustomed to seeing, probably. But yeah, another classic album. So many good tunes, man. They awesome. Keith Richards, one of my favorite guitar players. An original pressing of Let It Bleed. Cool thing about this, go ahead and show you. Kind of running out of time here, but gotta keep all these videos under 10 minutes. But yeah, there's that, and it's in really good condition. Still got the purple sleeve. It actually has the original poster that came with it, which is really cool because, you know, people would always take the posters out and hang them up and that, or leave them somewhere, lose them, or they get destroyed and thrown away, or what have you. But that's still in there, so that's a really cool copy. And then a really horrible copy of Sticky Fingers, which is completely torn open, and the record doesn't sound bad. The record's in all right shape, but a lot of people throw these open because they wanted to see the dick underwear in the middle, but of course the zipper's gone. But another classic album, so many good tunes, and I love the Stones. All right, well, I got to wrap up this video because it's going to be over 10 minutes. All right.